Hello, I'm Jordan, and this is my Berserk fan game that I made using Dreams. Um, I didn't really prepare for this, I'm just kind of talking off the cuff here, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about the game, how it works. I decided to start working on it around August last year, and I got a little team together to help me with the stuff that I suck at, and we started working on it. Um, I've made a few things in Dreams in the past, so I had some pretty good practice under my belt before working on this. But yeah, let's just take a look at it. So we got a little title screen here. We got a puck cursor because, I mean, you have to. So the game in this alpha release will have two things you can do. You can go into the test room and just try out the controls and everything. And then we have a wave mode that has a leaderboard. So let's check out the test room first. So this is basically just the environment that we use to build the game. So you can see here we got pretty cool looking Guts model here. Got Puck hanging out with him. And I really just wanted this to feel as authentic to Berserk as possible. My inspirations for the gameplay itself are very much Resident Evil 4, specifically the remake, and also the modern God of War games. The goal was to just kind of make Guts' entire arsenal as playable as possible. So I'm going to start out with the Dragon Slayer, because that's got kind of the most unique control scheme. When you hold right trigger, he readies the swing. And when this happens, time slows down. While you are holding it, if you press a direction, you can swap stances. But the direction that you can press depends on the stance he is in. So when I've got the sword to my side here, if I press to the right, that will do an attack. So the idea was to kind of feel like you're hefting the Dragon Slayer before each swing. So for example, like if I'm holding R2 and I keep pressing left and right, I can do a little combo here. Or I can pull back on the sticker and push down to do a swing, and then he'll go right into the next one if I keep holding left trigger. So you kind of get into this rhythm of like whipping it around as if you're actually like readying it into each pose before you attack. So Guts has slightly different procedural animation depending on where you last swung the sword. The goal was to kind of like make it not feel like he's just popping back into a standard animation after swinging his giant sword. So it's not just going to pop right back over his shoulder. He's got it in front of him now. This also affects some of his other animations. Guts has a light attack, and depending on his free hand, it's different. So when his left hand is free, he does punches. And if his right arm is free, then he uses his knife. And let's see what else. Of course, he's got his ranged weapons, so we got the throwing knives. And they reload individually onto his little knife belt on his chest there. And you can also tap R1 to add up to 4 knives to his hand and throw them all at once. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. We got the crossbow. Works pretty much like any third-person ranged weapon you would expect. Depending on how much you pull the trigger, he shoots it faster, and that also affects your accuracy. You can see the crosshair getting bigger there. You got to reload it. One thing I'm really proud of with the crossbow is that he handles it differently depending on his stance as well. So if the sword's down at his side, you still got it in that hand, but it's angled down. Same here, it's over on the other side. So I'm pretty proud of that. And then we got cannon. So let's reload that first. Got to pour the gunpowder in. He also handles it differently depending on his stance. If he doesn't have both of his arms free, then he uses a cord, just like in the manga. And he has a different fire animation as well, so he'll yank on the cord with his mouth. So that will pretty much decimate anything in front of you. That's pretty much it with the controls. We get some fun quirks with the ranged weapons here. They do stick in certain parts of the environment. So I can just reload and retrieve those. When you're in the test room, you get a little table here that will just keep dropping ranged weapon ammo. And let's go kill some stuff so I can show off the coolest mechanic in the game. Oh, I didn't mention Puck is hanging out. He's going to do a lot more eventually, but right now he will heal you if you've taken damage on intervals, so it's not like something you can rely on too much. So if you get mobbed by enemies, he will still get killed, but he will pop in and heal you when he can. So we have one enemy. We've got these skeletons. They're pretty basic. We have plans for some more complex enemies down the line. But yeah, like basically in this test room, you can just get in here and just infinitely kill spawning skeletons right out of control. So you've noticed that the brand on the top left is blinking now. That means we can do a mechanic that I haven't really named yet. I'm calling it a Berserk swing right now, but the idea behind this mechanic was to kind of replicate those double-page spreads of like Carnage when he swings the sword. So if you click the right stick and then attack, you get an instant swing that just decimates everything that would have been hit by that swing. And just to demonstrate the slow-mo in action, you can see that the skeleton stopped and moving slow. And that should give you time to line up your swings. You can also move the camera a little bit while you're swinging to try to reposition your swing a little bit or get a little bit more horizontal motion out of the horizontal swings. Oh, I didn't even mention that we have a dodge on R1. And those dodge animations are different depending on his stance as well. Let's see here. What else can I show? Oh, yeah, that's right. So when you dodge a swing, Guts will switch stances, and it's kind of matches the it's like the opposite direction you were pressing, and that is so you can easily combo into a swing after dodging. So I can swing it right, dodge, keep going right, swing again, and again. Now, this is supposed to have a cool animation where he's like weaving around the sword, so it looks a little less silly. That's coming, so stay tuned for that. It's going to look a lot more cool and fluid once they get those animations done. But you can kind of see how you get into a flow where you like dodge, swing, As long as you're holding the stick in the direction that you just dodged and then press R2, you can just fluidly go right into another swing, go back and forth. And that's kind of the learning curve, is getting a handle on controlling the sword in a fluid and fun way. I'm really a big fan of when games make actions that you take for granted into full-blown, more manual mechanics. So that's the idea behind the sword. I acknowledge that this is not the shooter, and I'm very curious to see how people actually get on with this music. So I hope you can try to beat my score in the raid mode. Anything else to show? Oh, so with light attacks, the first light attack is a parry. So if an enemy is about to hit you, you hit the light attack, you get a cool little cinematic parry, and that will also stagger any nearby enemies, giving you a chance to counterattack. And of course, the parry animation is also different depending on your stance. So you get these cool little cinematic shots. That pretty much covers it. Let's kill everything with the cannon. That's cool. You gotta be careful trying to back up while you're using ranged weapons. The enemies will outpace you. Alright, I think that pretty much covers it for the test room. Just use this as a way to get a handle on the controls in a safe space. You can just run out of the arena if you want to get a break from the skeletons. There's also a menu. If you press the touchpad, you can get a full explanation of how everything works. I am fully aware, especially as a UX designer by trade, that this is not the ideal way to learn the game. I hope to, in the final game, have some proper, more like curated tutorial messages that explain things in a more digestible way. But this is what you get for now because I want people to play this. And I'm sure we'll get Puck in there explaining it as well as adorable little chestnut form. Anyway, yeah, that's the test room. So if you want to exit out, you can hold triangle, get a little prompt up there on the top right, and you're back on the title screen. So I'm going to stop talking now because I want to. And I'm just going to record a bunch of wave mode gameplay and make that part of this video as well. So again, thank you for checking this out. I really hope that if you bought Dreams to play this, thank you, first of all. But if you decide to stick around and check out the rest of Dreams, I will have a collection of Berserk-themed stuff uploaded as well that you can check out. I'm going to link to some other fan games in there, and also, basically what you just saw in the test room there, I am releasing as remixable, which means you can take that Guts character and those skeletons and make your own game. So look forward to that, and alright, we're going to cut to wave mode gameplay from here. Thanks. Oh man, okay, so I forgot to say this when I had the microphone on. I just wanted to like actually properly thank my team using my voice because we just kind of talk on. I really appreciate you all so much. This game would not look nearly as good as it does without them, especially the awesome black and white visuals, the HUD, the music. So many people were kind enough to volunteer to do music. I need to find like the best way to actually like credit everyone. I'll make sure that like in this video there's links to things. But yeah, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you everyone who helped me make this game. It is amazing that we were able to do this together, and I really appreciate you having faith with me when I just randomly tweeted out that I wanted to make a Berserk game. So thank you, all of you, so much. Okay, bye.